Hey guys, so I mentioned a few videos ago that one of the things I wanted to do on this channel was start conversations about books, and this is something I'm quite interested in about hearing other people's responses to this, and it's kids books, and I've got a list of books here that have either impacted me, influenced me, or I just really loved as a kid, and I'm gonna go through what they are and why they made the list. So the first book is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. I absolutely loved this as a kid. I loved Wonderland. There's going to be a recurring theme of things that are either nonsensical or magical, and I think this fits quite nicely into both categories. And yeah, I just absolutely loved this. We went to Wonderland Land in Bournemouth because I loved it so much. I still love it. I'm going to see Wonder Dot Land at the National Theatre in a few weeks. No, I'm seeing it next week. And yeah, and I just absolutely love it. It has to go on the list because it's just amazing, really. The next book is Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne. This is a collection of a few of the original stories, and they're just all really heartwarming and lovely, and it has to go on the list because it's Winnie the Pooh. You know what I mean. Winnie the Pooh, he has to be there. The next book is The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame. This may surprise you, but I never actually read it as a kid. But I had an audiobook version of it that I listened to every single night, and I'm not really too sure why. When I was going to sleep, I'd be listening to The Wind in the Willows, and I just was absolutely obsessed with this audiobook, so I thought it had to go on the list, really. The next book is Corby Flood from the Far-Flung Adventures by Paul Stewart and Chris Riddell. If I had my way, it would be Fergus Crane on the list instead. Purely because that's the first book I remember, like actual book I remember reading by myself, but I do not know where Fergus Crane is, so Corby Flood. But she is the only female main character in the series, so I am very happy that she is the one on the list because she could go on just as cool adventures as the boys, and these books were just so nonsensical with so many nonsensical characters that I just absolutely adored them. What kind of British kid would I be if Harry Potter didn't appear somewhere on this list? And I read it around the same time as Fergus Crane, so it was also one of the first books I read, like proper books that I read by myself, and just I still love it now, so clearly it's had some sort of impact on me and deserves a place on the list. The next book is Utterly Me by Clarice Bean Utterly Me, Clarice Bean by Lauren Child. Just, these books were hilarious. I just remember really loving them, and I can't really say much else because I don't really remember much else except how much I enjoyed these books. And I think the fact that that's the memory I have is why it's on the list. The next book is Inkheart by Cornelia Funk. I read this whole series with my dad, and mainly because they're huge books. Like at 9 I wasn't going to read this by myself, but yeah, it was just, this world is another world that I am absolutely in love with. I still want to be a silver tongue because how cool would it be to bring things out of books? I mean, I know you don't always get a choice in this series, but I just hope for the good stuff and leave the villains where they belong in the book. The next book is a book I've mentioned before, and I'll mention it till you're sick of it, and then I'll mention it some more because it's The 13 Treasures by Michelle Harrison, and I just loved this whole series so much growing up, and she's who influenced me and inspired me to want to write myself. I bought the prequel to this series last year or the year before, even though I'm way above the target market, but I just love it. It meant so much to me when I was growing up that I just had to. So those are the books that made my list. Comment down below which books would be on your list and reasons why. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Check out my social network links, they'll be in the description as always. Share this video with your friends so everyone can see it. Most importantly, if you want to see more videos like this, remember to subscribe. Bye! bye.